Hey there, all you fence installers out there. I know that Canyon Lake is probably a good place to take a look at. If you look here, we've got all these people that are running ads for fence installation, and really unnecessary considering how much organic competition there is. So we are experts at that, Brandon and I. My name's Carissa. And I just want to teach you a little bit about your industry here and show you why Iverson Fencing is, number one. Well, number one, they have an address in Canyon Lake, and so they're going to show up there. That automatically is going to give them a little bit of boost here. So if you have an office in Canyon Lake or you know, a store or something like that, you're going to show up if you have an address. So that's the number one thing there. Okay. Second thing is well, why is this fence guy, if he's not up here, why is he showing up? And that's when we start to take a look at the back end of these websites. So let's take a look at the two websites and let me tell you why this guy is showing up. And imagine if you could show up here and you showed up here. If you could beat this guy, how would that be possible? And it may be easier than you think, as long as you know what you're doing and if you have your eye on the competition. So right now is the perfect time to take action to beat that competition, and let me show you why. Um, we have two of these websites here. We have the Iverson Fencing and we have the Fence Guy. Now remember, the Fence Guy is the guy that is currently beating everyone organically. And the reason being behind that, if we take a look here, very shallow content, but he's been around for a while. And when you start to look at the back ends, he's got a lot of keywords, okay? But not a whole ton, but there's a lot of activity going on with this, all right? So he's got all these pages. Each time that he goes in and adds a photo or puts a little piece of text and activity, it's actually going to boost him up. Google's going to see that and actually like it. He's not even in your guys' area, okay? He's in San Marcos. That's not too far away. Wimberley, I'm actually not familiar with Wimberley, but I know that San Marcos isn't too far. Oh, I know where Wimberley is. That's a small place. Okay. So anyways, look at Iverson Fencing. Beautiful site, but you can be all the pretty in the world and not have much behind you, right? So this is a great little site. It's pretty. It lacks content. If we look at the services, if you remember, the fence guy had a ton of services listed and all this stuff. These guys are just one little tiny wimpy page, right? So why are they beating? Okay. Well, Iverson Fencing, they started in 2014 and they just recently updated. So I'm going to guess that that's why there's nothing really found here. I'm going to guess that maybe they had one page, it didn't do much, right? And this is called SEMrush, by the way, and it kind of gives me an idea of what's going on in these websites. So I want to show you the fence guy so you actually can kind of see what the fence guy is doing and why he's beating all of you. So here's the fence guy. It's going to give us a real quick overview of what his site looks like, and there's of course tons of other stuff that we can take a look at what your competitors are doing in order to beat them. That's the main goal here. So while this is loading, let me take you to another site called SEMrush, and this actually looks at the trust flow of the particular domain that we want to kind of spy on your competition in a way and find out, does Google trust them? What's going on? And when we see zeros, that's a really good thing. That means that whoever jumps on board with us, we're going to get this trust flow and citation flow up, and that automatically is going to make you start to trump something like Iverson Fencing. So let's take a look in comparison to the fence guy who we already know is at the top. All right, and while that is loading, let me take you back to the SEMrush. If my computer will cooperate today. Here we go. All right. Oop, flashed it. There we go. So if we take a look, the fence guy, he's getting some traffic from Iron Privacy Fence. He's got a few keywords in here, but to be honest with you, uh, 60 keywords, not a whole lot. It says plus 2%, so that means he's probably starting to add things. So now definitely is the time to catch up to this guy. If we take a look, remember the trust on the other site was 0. This guy has a trust flow of 16, a citation flow of 9. Where I can see where we can immediately start to make improvements on anybody's site who works with us is we're going to do this citation flow. That'll automatically start to bring up trust flow. A little bit faster than probably what this guy has got. Also, he's got a site related to shopping and crafts. So I'm starting to think he might have a little bit of spam on his site. So doesn't look too bad. But anyways, if you are in the fence installation industry and you want to know how to get your site up here, or you realize the value in having nerds on the back end of your website, then you really need to give us a call. This is Brandon and Carissa. Our number is 210-624-7450. And we're not thinking just Canyon Lake. We're thinking all of those cities around there. We are, Spring Branch, we've been out there. We've taken a look at San Marcos, New Braunfels. We've looked at all these areas, and really we know what's going on with the competition. We know what's going on with the websites, and we know exactly how to approach and beat these guys. So if you're looking for more business, you're looking to grow, give us a call, 210-624-7450.